It's your spoiler-free review of The Mandolorian and Grogu, the first Star Wars movie in nearly 7 years. Is it any good? I will say this. Your kids will love this film, although there is a moment midway through the film where they make a kind of left turn with the scares, so much so that I saw two kids leave the theater and come back in. So there's your warning. But is it any good? Not really. I find it to be the most unimaginative Star Wars movie yet, and pretty boring. If you saw stuff in the trailer that you thought was really, really cool, all of that happens in the first 3 minutes of the film. And the rest of the film is a greatest hits homage to the Star Wars universe. There's Return of the Jedi shows up in here. The original Star Wars gets a nod in here. There's a shot-for-shot remake of the fight between the Hulk and Thor from Ragnarok. All that stuff exists. And what's such a bummer is because if you go all the way back to the first season of The Mandalorian, the second that first episode starts, you feel like you're back in that universe. You feel a sense of wonder. You feel that curiosity and you want to know more. All of that is gone. Also, even though there are some tentacles that connect to Book of Boba Fett and the final season of The Mandalorian, they really pay no attention to any of that stuff. They don't really say or do anything that would nod that there was stuff that came before this. I will say Sigourney Weaver in this film is awesome. Ludwig Göransson has some brilliant moments to shine, as he often does. Those two are kind of the shining moments. And if you're Pedro Pascal, your helmet is off for about 3 minutes. So this was probably a great payday for him and very light work, because the voiceover work or the ADR work is pretty wooden for most of the film. If you're a huge Star Wars fan, mileage may vary here. I just wanted it to be more. I walked into it thinking it looked like a really long episode of the show. And it is a really long episode of the show. And honestly, they would have been better off to be doing shows over the last 3 years than us do this. And the race to do things like this is a disservice to the magic of that first season. So kind of a bummer. But I promise you, your kids will have an absolute riot. So if you're going to bring kids, it will be fun, but watch out for that scene in the middle.